Hi guys, I'm just going to be making a quick review for Elimination Chamber 2012 pay-per-view. I've just seen it. I live here in England, so I have to wait till the morning to watch it. I could try and avoid seeing the results. I'll go straight into it. First I'd like to say, this pay-per-view didn't really do it for me. I'm not hating or anything, but this pay-per-view didn't really do it for me. I haven't really come across anyone that really said they enjoyed it that much yet. Like from Twitter and stuff like that, most people are saying, you know, it was alright, some saying it was quite disappointing. I wasn't expecting it to be amazing, but I was expecting it to be a bit more solid than it was. I suppose I should have expected John Cena vs Kane to be the main event, but when I turned the pay-per-view on and they announced, and the Elimination Chamber started low, and they said the WWE Championship match was going to be the open match of the night, I was slightly confused. And it led me to believe, actually, that someone was going to replace Santino Marella in the SmackDown Chamber, and that's why it was higher on the card, but as we'll come to later, that did not happen. But I'll first review the Raw Elimination Chamber match. Basically, Kofi Kingston and CM Punk started the match. I'm not going to go into the match too deep, but, you know, it was a solid match. There were some good spots. Kofi Kingston, agile as usual. I can't remember the order they came in exact. I think it was Dolph Ziggler third, fourth, was it R-Truth, yeah, fifth The Miz, sixth, obviously Chris Jericho. We already knew that was happening. Up until Chris Jericho got into the match, this was a good match. I mean, before he came in, it was a good match. Dolph Ziggler is really good at selling moves. I know I say this a lot, but in this match he really sold moves well as well. There's one spot where he gets DDT'd on the steel outside the ring, the chamber part onto the steel. He sold it well. This guy's got a big future in WWE, in my opinion. I do believe they're going to turn him face sometime next year, maybe, and he'll have a long run, like near the top of the WWE. Then there's a spot Jericho comes in. He eliminates Kofi Kingston. He then sort of beats the hell out of Kofi Kingston. He, by the way, cut himself legitimately on the outside, because obviously they don't blade themselves anymore, wrestlers. So it was a legitimate cut. And the ref had to keep asking him if he was alright to continue. But anyway, Chris Jericho throws Kofi Kingston out the chamber, you know, the part they open to release people when they're eliminated. And then CM Punk kicks Jericho on the head, whams his head on the chamber thing, and falls out the ring, and we are led to believe that he's knocked out. This is obviously part of the storyline, but he did sell it very well, Chris Jericho. I mean, if you were a casual wrestling fan, you would have thought he was really injured. But anyway, the reason they've done this is because they want Jericho to be able to say, "You never pinned me, CM Punk. You never pinned me, I never lost, so I deserve a title match." That's what I believe they're doing. So anyway, CM Punk wins the match with a GTS on The Miz. They're the last two. Sorry if I haven't mentioned R-Truth much, he wasn't in the match very long. I can't even remember who Dolph Ziggler was eliminated by. I forget stuff easily. But they're the main points of the match. Jericho does not get pinned, but is eliminated by knockout. And CM Punk goes on to win the match by pinning The Miz. But there was also, oh my god, there's a spot in this match. The Miz hits a skull-crushing finale. And because I'm an idiot, I knew deep down that Miz was never going to beat CM Punk in the last two, but I let myself, 1% of me, believe that The Miz was going to win. And I got excited. Not because I don't like CM Punk, I really like CM Punk, but just because I don't want to see predictable stuff too much. So, I really, for like 1 second, thought The Miz could actually win, and no, he didn't, obviously. You know, I let that 1% of me believe when I shouldn't have believed. Next match, Diva Championship match. Beth Phoenix versus Tamina. I was expecting Karma to feature in this somewhere along the line, but she didn't. But I have to say, as Diva matches go, and Diva's division isn't very good at the moment, if I'm honest with you. Beth Phoenix is the only good Diva, but Tamina looked quite good tonight. I think it was a decent match. as far as Divas matches go, it was quite a good match. I'm not saying it was a brilliant match. I gave it longer than normal. I didn't time it or anything, but it just felt like longer than normal. And they actually did some cool stuff. Tamina's high fly, off jumping off the rope moves. I don't know, I can't remember what moves she did, but like elbows and stuff. They're good. Beth Phoenix hits the finisher anyway to win the match. There was a false finish though, where we actually I almost thought, I didn't think, but we were led to think that Tamina was going to win, but she didn't. Beth Phoenix vs Karma at WrestleMania is my prediction, but although we haven't seen Karma much, so... And if that doesn't happen, they'll probably do a Diva Battle Royal or something like they normally do. A Diva 8 Diva tag match. They seem to do that every week. Next match we have, yeah, it's the SmackDown Chamber. So I think it was the US title match, which wasn't on the card until tonight. But we had the Chamber, the SmackDown Chamber. And contrary to what a lot of... Oh! Sorry guys, I've missed one of the main parts of the evening, my bad. John Laurinaitis comes out, gives his big announcement. The David Otunga. Anyway, it's about Teddy Long and how he doesn't think Teddy Long should be the manager of SmackDown. He believes he should be, now that he's the general manager of Raw and the board have let him continue or whatever. Blah blah blah. Get to the main chase. Alberto Del Rio comes out. Not a very big pop, it must be said. I was not marking out, but I was happy. In one way I was happy, in one way I was sad, because I was actually hoping he was going to replace Santino Marella or the Great Khali in the SmackDown Chamber. Anyway, he comes and supports John Laurinaitis. Then Mark Henry comes out. He supports John Laurinaitis. And then Christian comes out, and the crowd do sort of mark out a bit. He comes to support John Laurinaitis. So it's clear they're all heels. Still all heels. They take a photo together and stuff. I actually found that quite funny. Whatever. So, yeah. Christian and Alberto Del Rio return. Mark Henry, don't know if you can't really call it a return. He's only been gone like a couple of weeks because he got suspended. Which is actually because he's nursing an injury. Anyway. So, in one way I was happy, one way I was disappointed because it really meant none of these guys were going to be in the SmackDown Chamber. We get on the SmackDown Chamber. And... you know, I could hate on this match because of some things that happened. I'm not going to hate on this match. I found it funny. That's the best thing I can say about it. A lot of the match I found it funny. And, listen, the crowd were really behind Santino Marella. I actually like his character, but sometimes I think WWE goes too far with it. That's just my opinion. You guys probably like it and stuff, so, you know, it's just an opinion. This match we have, Wade Barrett and the Big Show starting. I can't remember all the eliminations, guys. I can only remember sort of key points. I remember 2 eliminations very well, and I'll get to why I remember them. But I believe the first man eliminated is Great Khali. He comes out of his cell 5th, and he's eliminated pretty much straight away. Big Show spears him, eliminates him. Good. He shouldn't have been in this match. I'd have rather than put Justin Gabriel in this match or someone like that. Someone who can wrestle. I mean, the crowd were even chanting at Great Khali, you can't wrestle. WWE put him in as a name. That's simple. Great Khali probably attracts more buys than Justin Gabriel. I don't know. You know, that's the only reason why. Because he's a 7'3" Punjabi nightmare, whatever you call him. But I'd sooner have seen another guy get a push in this match. You know, a Justin Gabriel. You know what sort of person I'm talking about. Them sort of people that don't really get pushed enough. Just put them in there. If you're not going to have them win it anyway. If you're going to have Great Khali eliminated after 20 seconds, you might as well just put someone who needs it more in. Anyway. But let's continue. Santino Marella comes in 3rd, I think. Or 4th. Yeah. Anyway. First man after Khali eliminated is Big Show. Immediately after that, Cody Rhodes is eliminated by Santino Marella. I didn't really like that part. It was funny, but I'm biased because Cody Rhodes is one of my favourite wrestlers. So is Wade Barrett. To see Cody Rhodes eliminated by Santino Marella was a bit irritating. I'd like to see Cody Rhodes go deeper in this match. Then down 12. Final 3, we've got Bryan. We've got Barrett, we've got Santino. Yeah. This sort of lasts a while. Santino eliminates Wade Barrett. Okay. Fair enough, it's funny. The crowd behind Santino. I like Wade Barrett, so I found it a bit irritating. And I honestly believed before this match that Wade Barrett could go and win this. I had a theory that Randy Orton was going to return and make it a triple threat match between Barrett, Orton and Sheamus at WrestleMania. It's not to be. I got that prediction wrong. So, last two, Daniel Bryan, Santino Marella. Santino Marella hits the Cobra on Daniel Bryan. Michael Cole starts marking out as if it's the end of the world, which is funny. It adds to it. I like Michael Cole. He's commentating, although a lot of people don't like him, I find him funny. That and I quote stuff used to get boring with the anonymous general manager, but now, since they've scrapped that, he's a funny heel commentator. Anyway, back to the match. I think after a close three, not a three, but two count from Santino Marella after he hits the Cobra on Daniel Bryan does the label lock, I think it's called, and Santino eventually taps out, although at one point it looks like he's going to break out a bit, but they're just teasing that Santino could win this. This match... Oh! Another spot I missed, sorry about this guys. Big Show, while Daniel Bryan was still in his cage, he was the fifth guy to come out in his pod show. Big Show ripped the top of it out and went and stood in the thing with Daniel Bryan, and they had a fight inside the pod. That was a cool spot. So, like I was going to say, this match had good spots, this match had questionable spots, I'll say. I didn't like... Okay, Santino Marella just pinning Cody Rhodes, that's fine by me, okay? I like Cody Rhodes, but Santino Marella to eliminate two guys, but you know, what are you going to do? So, overall, I still think this was a decent match. Daniel Bryan retains. WWE, have faith in Daniel Bryan, it's clear now. He's going to WrestleMania. He's by... Oh, Sheamus comes out after and attacks Daniel Bryan, so it looks like Sheamus is going to fight Bryan. Right, I'm not even going to review this match, but I'm just going to tell you this was on the card. We had we had Justin Gabriel versus Jack Swagger for the US title. Jack Swagger retains. I'd have rather seen one of these two guys in the chamber than I would have seen Great Khali, so but what are you gonna do? Then the main event. I should have expected this to be the main event, but until I saw the WWE Championship match first, I didn't expect this to be the main event, but it was the main event. You know, I'm not going to complain too much, but I didn't really enjoy this match. Because, like I said in my prediction video, there was no way that... The only way John Cena was going to lose this was if The Rock came out, which I would have been happy with. The Rock didn't come out. John Cena wins after a brawly sort of fight, no real wrestling in this fight. Just throwing people into the ambulance, throwing them into the sidewalk of the entrances, just beating each other up. John Cena hits an attitude adjustment off top of the ambulance and puts Kane in the ambulance. Match finished. Sorry if I'm not reviewing this match in too much detail, but there's really not that much to talk about. The funniest part I found in the match was when Michael Cole said, Kane, I don't know if anyone else laughed at this. This is why I find Michael Cole funny. He said Kane is one fry short of a Happy Meal. And for some reason I just found that hilarious, but decent match, I suppose. They have to do this. I see why they've made this main event. They have to make Cena look strong going into a match with The Rock to make it believable that Cena can beat The Rock. It's that simple. That's my review. This is Elimination Chamber. I don't think I missed anything out. So, CM Punk wins. Beth Phoenix wins. Daniel Bryan wins. Jack Swagger wins. John Cena wins. In the ambulance match. That should be the end of the John Cena Kane feud. Well, I don't know who he's going to feud with into WrestleMania now, John Cena. But I'm just going to try and make him look strong on the next upcoming Raws. Going into the match with The Rock, but we'll see. Looking forward to tonight's Raw. I expect The Undertaker to be there, so that'll be cool. Alberto Del Rio will probably feature I'm not sure if he's recovered fully from his injury because he didn't have to wrestle tonight. Same with Christian. Same with Mark Henry. But good to see them all back. Especially Christian. I'm a Christian fan. I'm actually in Alberto Del Rio. I quite like him as well. Anyway, so that's my review of Elimination Chamber 2012. Overall as a pay-per-view, maybe probably below average, but I won't mind as long as WrestleMania is good, which I think it will be with the card that they're developing. So I'm not going to complain about this. I'm not going to rant about this. Could have been better, but hell, it could have been a lot worse. So you know, decent pay-per-view. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me tell you something else. Please subscribe to my channel. Please give this a like or a dislike, depending on whether you liked it or not, and please leave a comment on ways I can improve my video, or whether you like my video, whatever you want. Leave a comment on whether you enjoyed this pay-per-view, what you thought of it, stuff like that. I want to hear from you guys. Anyway, thank you for watching. Peace out, guys. I'll be making a Raw review tomorrow night, so I'll see you then. Peace out, guys.